Guys, welcome back to Long Tall Jay's channel. This is a follow-up to a video I did about 3 days ago where I showed how to pick bass melodies in Mother Mabel Carter style. That's one of the best ways for you to, if you are a late beginner, to start moving your fingers around while you're holding down a C chord or any chord. So here is the fingerstyle version of, again, for late beginners, people who know how to hold down your standard chord. But in this case we are only going to be using one chord, which is the C major. And like I said in my last tutorial, the idea is to loosen up your fingers a little bit. Don't leave them planted too hard over here. The anchor is on the C note over here on the second string, the B and C, while these fingers are going to move around, and you use your memory to try to find melodies which are in the C major scale, and don't even have to change the chords to F or G as they come along. Partial shapes will actually get part of the chord, so don't worry about that. Main question is, can you sense how high or low the melody is going around the root note and the root notes of the chord? Okay, so the first part, of course, is to have some basic right hand picking techniques under your belt. And for people who have tried to play fingerstyle, let me show you some of the the very basic things. So first of them three are just rhythm things. So bass with the thumb, and something else with the fingers, 1, 2 or 3 fingers, depends upon what style you're going to pick up. So here's what Mother Mabel Carter would do. So it's bass, and the down is with your fingers. This is what is known as the Carter scratch. Other possibility is that you do the whole thing by picking up the bass and up. Again, I'm lifting these two fingers, don't hold them down too tight. Just be ready to lift them off and play some melodies with it. Melodies going up, melodies coming back up. Okay, the third way, the first is scratch, pluck, bass pluck, and the third one is what Merle Travis himself would do, and John Hurt, where it's a thumb which follows through on the and also. So it's basically the thumb which is catching. Okay, see whichever works best for you. I mix them all up. And the fourth thing is actually some version of Travis picking. So the two commonest patterns in Travis picking are known as inside out and outside in. So the inside out pattern is this, which basically means that among the high strings you are first picking the inside string and then the outside string, while the bass is basically going from the root to the higher third. Inside, bass inside, bass outside. The other pattern is just the opposite, so bass outside, bass inside. Over here we are only using these for rhythmic filler in between the melody notes, which are going to be played with the thumb only, I think, mostly. Okay, so now let me show you some tunes that you can start picking. Basically the best thing to do is to go for the tunes which are like deeply ingrained in your head. So typically these might be nursery rhymes or some national anthem or religious tunes or whatever you heard as a kid. The longer it's been in there, the better it's burnt into your memory. So many of these tunes typically are in a major key, because major key is almost 80% of all Western songs. Not only Western songs, even Bollywood songs. So here's an example of a couple of nursery rhymes. This is Old MacDonald had Old MacDonald. No, not sorry. Old King Cole. Now here is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So this one is going slightly higher up to the third string. And if you get slightly more advanced, you can pick on something, which takes on the whole scale. So for example, the song Do-Re-Mi from The Sound of Music. So I can take it all the way up, but that's a mystery to try to solve that puzzle. How do you take it all the way up? But again, for that you might even have to shift position. So this is basically playing everything out of the C major shape and not moving your anchor from that high C, and just moving the lower fingers and using your thumb to find bass melody. When you get to the G chord, when you get to the F chord, you're already in that shape. Basically C goes, F becomes F like this, and so you're basically holding down the F. There's no issue with that. When you get to the G chord, again, if you're holding down the C, it won't hurt it. The tonality is still C. If you really think you are on the G chord, then you can lift that off and you can just be doing Okay, so this is your first lesson in Carter style thumb melody or thumb lead. This was the basis of country guitar lead. Alright, so ciao for now. I will come in with some more further development on this particular thing, and then maybe more on Travis picking. So peace out.